Alright people, what's up everyone, and welcome to another reaction video for today. And this time I'm taking a look at another Dead Space remake video from IGN first. I think I missed one before. There was one that came out a couple days ago. I don't think I reacted to it. But I'm here to watch this one because this one's interesting. This is how Dead Space aims to redefine survival horror. I guess again, because it kind of redefined it back in 2008. But let's see how it redefines the redefining of it. Anyway, not many Dead Space ripoffs out there, huh? Thinking about it, like, don't get me wrong, Dead Space. I mean, I guess Callisto Protocol, but that's not really. That's different. And also, if you play it, it almost plays nothing like Dead Space. I mean, you have a grab thing and you have a stomp, but if you play it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Which maybe I'll recommend waiting a little while longer. Even though I heard they updated it recently, and a lot of the updates seem really cool, like quicker healing and like faster like switching to weapons, which didn't bother me too much in the game. It felt more like realistic how quick how slow it would take to switch weapons, but gameplay wise it was a little annoying. I get it. Anyway, so this comes out next month. It's probably right now my most anticipated game. The only reason I say that is because we've seen a lot of it, so I'm really craving it, and also we know Dead Space 1 is great, so as long as it sticks pretty close and just makes it look better and adds a little bit more detail to some of the violence and whatnot, then I don't see this being bad. And EA Motive are, are a good studio. I mean, they made Star Wars Squadron. I heard that was really good. I mean, I played a little bit of it, but I didn't play enough of it to tell you if it was great or not. Anyway, let's get to it. 3, 2, 1, play. Ew, yucky, nasty. Oh yeah, I love these, by the way. The sliding through. Shut up.
Returns in 2023.
Another. Can I just? Oh, I'm so sick of fucking shimming through areas like that. I'm pretty sure Dead Space 1 had moments like that, mainly the vents, but yeah, I'm sick of it.
After a decade-long hiatus, but the remake will arrive to a landscape very different from the one it left. Terror has become a big business, and once niche survival horror games are now booming. Where the original Dead Space was somewhat of a gamble for the distinctly mainstream EA back in 2008,
I love the way they run
the
it.
remake
It's so
is practically
terrifying.
a surefire hit in 2023. As part of this month's Dead Space focused IGN
gonna do
First, we sat down with members
I would be extremely surprised if it doesn't do well.
of EA Motive to explore how the original Dead Space changed survival horror, why the genre is so popular today,
I don't think we
and
need
how
the
the evolution
subtitles.
of technology
I'll leave
has
them.
made
That's
the
fine.
game's return even more terrifying.
Alright, let's see what it looks like this time. Yep, it's the same. I love how goopy that blood looks. Jesus! Ugh!
Take one look at Dead Space, and it's immediately obvious where its roots lie.
Resident Evil 4 that changed sort of like,
I
guess, the landscape of survival horror at the time, which Dead Space certainly took a ton of.
But Dead Space is like in a complete, like it just plays differently. It's over the shoulder, sure, and you're aiming and whatnot, but it's not like Resident Evil 4 was the first one to have third person aiming like that anyway. In a horror game, sure, but
that's what it was.
Other games that were third
was
person.
Going to be. It was Resident Evil.
Moving that close into aiming though in third person, it was definitely one of the first.
4 in space.
But while Resident Evil 4 certainly inspired Dead Space's approach to over-the-shoulder combat and haunted house level design, much of the original game's direction was drawn from films such as Alien, The Thing, and Event Horizon.
Yep.
I think throughout the years we've seen games being influenced
Event
by
Horizon,
feature
The Thing
films
for
and bringing
sure.
a lot more of those cinematic
100%.
and influences into games. Whether it's Silent
Dude, I would
Hill
kill
or
for
Resident
The
Evil,
Thing. Hey,
obviously
oh,
Dead Space brought a lot of that feeling into it. It actually felt
Thing
like it was a lot more immersive,
We've had
a lot
one,
more
but I want a new
mature
one.
in tone.
I want a new one, goddammit. Dude, imagine a new The Thing game where it's like that game we had already like 20 years ago, but it's like way more like you have a big crew and you don't know who the fuck the Thing is, and it's, dude, how come there's not a social deduction game based on The Thing? I know there's a board game. I was gonna buy it at one point. I never did. How is there not a video game based on The Thing where it's a social deduction game? How the fuck is there not? Of all the things, there's not one. Come on.
That Dead Space really pushed further. It's that thing about immersion. And since then, like, if you see the most recent, like, starting with Resident Evil 7, there's been a bigger push
Yep.
I think, in survival horror to try to make them more immersive in order to make them more scary also. And I think Dead Space was a precursor.
Strangely, it may
100%.
partially have been
No.
Dead Space's influence that put
Don't
it
show
on
Dead
ice
Space
for
3.
10 years.
No,
When Dead
stop it.
Space 3 arrived in
I don't wanna see
2013,
it.
survival horror was mutating. The Resident Evil formula was falling out of vogue,
Mutating.
and creepier indie hits like Amnesia and Outlast were redefining the genre.
Outlast,
These
yes.
games had a newfound dedication to immersion.
The Heidi Who don't hurt me survival horror, that's what I call it. Heidi Who don't hurt me. Heidi Who don't hurt me. Can't fight back.
First-person perspectives, which
There needs
dialed
to be a
up the
name for that,
intensity
just,
of the scares.
Heidi
Third-person
Who
horror became a sort of
don't kill
antiquated
me
thing of
games.
the past, to the point that even Resident Evil itself eventually switched to a first-person camera. But years
And now it's
later,
going back to
Resident
third
Evil
person.
has returned to its third-person roots and is more popular than ever. In fact, the popularity of survival horror games as a whole is seemingly higher than it's ever been.
Yeah, that's the one. Yep. Sorry, I know I'm pausing a lot. Dude, this looks so good. Bloober Team nailed the fog. It looks so good. I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah,
Survival horror, it's like horror. It's always been a niche.
I've watched this trailer
the
so many
original Dead
times.
Space
I hope it's
game
good.
before
Please
that,
be good.
If
Please
you
be
wanted
good.
to
Please
go
be
and
good.
see a horror movie, you had to find the one theater in town that was playing horror movie. Now today, most of the horror movie gets national
Dude,
release.
we're in the era where Terrifier 2 does well at the box office. That's amazing. You think about that movie did better than like some other horror movies that get wide releases.
How it's making a comeback.
Such a good
Something
feeling.
that used to be more niche before. Like if you said you like horror movies, you're like, or games, you're like, oh, okay, it's not a huge market for that. But what I love about it now that it's become mainstream almost, right? There's so many games coming out. There's so many movies that are coming out also that are popular.
Yeah, Barbarian,
and people
so
are
good.
watching the horror genre
That
more
Barbarian 10 years ago would have flopped or went straight to DVD.
than ever.
While the popularity of
Sad day.
survival horror right now certainly makes
When shit like, what was
2020
that movie called? Pray to the Devil, or whatever the fuck that stupid movie was called. Smile, I heard, was really good though.
an ideal time for Dead Space to return,
Do that.
the biggest benefit is the advancement of technology.
Cut off their
We
limbs.
have more tricks and tools, and so we were able to go back to the original inspirations of Dead Space, like the film Alien, this type of Event Horizon, this type of movies.
I definitely see the alien vibes, obviously, with the ship.
Look for elements.
But I get more of the
movies
thing and
that
Event Horizon
either were
vibes.
tried and did not succeed
From its story
that much
and
in the
even, like,
original
the way
because
the enemies
technological
look.
constraint, or were not even tried because we cannot do that. But today now we can. But if you think about
I
the
guess the
original
Alien,
building,
especially with
when
the
we
like
enter
the
that
things that like
big room with all the eggs hidden
pretty much
in the fog.
impregnate the bodies to
But
make
the
them come
fog is
back.
more than ambience. Well, no, we have the real dynamic and physical fog. So yeah, we could hide creature in there. You could actually lose an enemy inside the fog.
The new technology available in the Frostbite engine means that the team at EA Motive are able to improve on the very core of Dead Space, a fully immersive experience.
I think for me, the most important thing is the atmosphere. So we wanted to come back to that horror and go, what's the thing that's the scariest in a horror movie is the sense of lighting, light and dark. The play
How good
between
this
the
game
two.
looks.
When you play the game now, it's darker. So as the player is moving through the environment, the enemies are moving, you can see the play of light and dark.
In the quest to push the immersion further, the Ishimura has been transformed from a series of separate levels into a complete interconnected spaceship.
That's
you
cool.
can walk the entire length of it and then backtrack,
I
a
love
feature
that.
that makes it feel more like a genuine place
Love
rather
that.
than a set of
Love
video
that.
game missions.
I wish if they ever did a BioShock 1 remake, I hope they do that. Like, I don't feel like that really needs a remake, especially since I just played it recently and it still fucking holds up so well. Dead Space also holds up very well though. That's the one thing I want them to do. Obviously make the graphics better, but I really want them to make it just like one area. Like if you have to like go to a bathysphere or whatever to get to a next area, just instant loading though. Like I don't want to go all the way back, which I think you can do in BioShock. I never really did though. You can at least go back a couple areas ago.
Transformation meant more work than just crafting areas that linked the original game's maps.
If you've got this one ship, then you've sort of created another problem where you need to fill it, and you need to, because there's a lot of like going back, the way the mission structure is built. So how do you fill those empty moments? How do you fill that kind of dead space, if you will?
I get it.
Well, we created this
You
intensity
alright?
director, which is more than just AI spawn.
The
Right?
intensity director.
It creates.
Dude, it reminds me of what was it called in Left 4 Dead 2? Was it called the intensity director or something like that, or like whenever like it feels like it's been gameplay has been cooling down or something, or you've been doing too well against the random enemies, the AI will just be like, oh yeah, fuck you, here's a horde. It'll just come out of nowhere like, what the fuck,
for you to freak out, and that's the whole point of it.
That might have been
it
in Left 4 Dead
follows
1
you
also.
through a intended intensity curve that the level designers place in your levels and modulates it based on where you're at within your mission briefs.
That's so cool. So you could be backtracking a bunch and shit and just like looking around and stuff, and just out of nowhere an enemy will pop up. Like you could play this game multiple times and there'll always be like a different like jump scare or like enemy popping up in areas. Dude, that sounds, I don't like it.
Similar to Left 4 Dead's lauded AI system, the Intensity Director is able to analyze the action and horror curve of your experience and trigger events if things have been calm for too long. There are close to 400 events that the Director can use, and dropping enemies into the map is just the
400? It gives like 8 hours long. What the fuck?
It's got animation, it's got environmental triggers, so you'll have a fan that'll start up, you'll have creaking from the ship, you'll have lights flickering, you'll have lights turning off. You'll have psychosis.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, I get it now. For some reason, I was just thinking like they'll just jump out at you, but like no, just little things will fuck with you. That's what it'll bring the intensity. I get you. I just immediately thought like enemies would just pop up.
So everything that happens in script can happen within the intensity there. That's how we manage to make sure that the lines are blurred and you're never really sure what is scripted and what isn't.
Immersive horror was the core of the original Dead Space, and now, with the popularity of horror at an all-time high, it's the perfect time for it to return, use modern technology to push that immersion to the next level, and redefine survival horror once again. To see what else the Dead Space remake is improving, take a look at how the EA Motive team created a new version of the Necromorph transformation scene, and how the story was rewritten.
Oh, that's the one I missed.
Stick with IGN.
I have to watch that one later. Wait, did I miss this one? I think that's the one I didn't watch. I've seen the scene. I don't know if I've seen this. When did this come out? Yeah, this one I missed. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of dislikes. Wonder why. Don't get me wrong, this looks great and cinematic, but nothing has come close to the transformation at the beginning of Dead Space. Oh, yeah. Dude, the transformation in Dead Space 2 is in the beginning. He just gets like fucked in the head and you're like and stuff. It's really good. The face looks so good. That one blows my mind too. Because it gets random for it. Not that it's like the first thing you see in the game. It doesn't blow my mind, but they tried to give that character a backstory. They made a game called Dead Space Ignition, which is a piece of shit, by the way. I think I did a review for it back when it first came out. It's so terrible. It's like a puzzle game and it has like this motion comic story, and it's really bad. It looks awful. Like the art, like no offense whoever did art, but it looked really bad. Not better than what I could do, but you know, I'm also not hired by EA to fucking make a video game with artwork, so I can't. You know, I hate whenever someone says that, like, oh, it's better than what you could do. Yeah, I wasn't hired by EA to fucking make the artwork, though, you dumb fuck. I'm not an artist. It's like, yeah, no shit, it's better than I could do. Doesn't mean it's not bad still. I hate that argument so fucking much. It's such a lame cop-out fucking argument. Yeah, oh, it's better than what you could do. Like, whenever you critique a movie or whatever, like, why don't you make a movie? I don't have a $200 million budget, dumb fuck. I had that argument recently. For what? It was for something. I forgot. And it really annoyed me. I even made a tweet about it because it fucking annoyed me. I hated it. So stupid. Such a lame ass argument. That's where you go when you have no argument to make. You're just upset because I don't like a thing you like. So, why don't you do it then? No, you can. Yeah, no shit. I have a $200 million budget and a giant crew. No shit. I could still critique it though. It's like children logic, I swear. Anyway, I don't know where that came from. Anyway, there you go. That's it. That's how Dead Space aims to redefine survival horror, I guess, again. There you go. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you. Until next time. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.